imagine making over ₦1,000,000, which is about $1K, like making more than $1K between now to the 25th of December. What can you do with that? So what will it do with yours? Now I want to show you, like I'm setting out to make this amount between now to December, trading on an account of $20. I mean $50, right? Trading on an account of $50, as you can see here. So I want to carry everyone along. If you are interested, I want to make this amount of money. Okay, I want to make this amount of money. If you are interested, all I want you to do is to check the description box, join my Telegram, and also join my TikTok page. Follow my TikTok page, because I'm going to be running this trade live on TikTok. Like I'm going to be doing live on TikTok, doing live video on TikTok every day, beginning from the 11th of December to the 25th of December. I'm going to be doing TikTok live every day, and by the end of the session we are going to make nothing less than $1K. Okay, that is over 1,000,000 naira here in Nigeria. So if you are interested and this is what you want to do, join me, because I'm going to be doing the analysis on the screen live for everyone to see. Then I'm going to be marking out my entry points. I will wait for price to get there, and I'm going to enter the trade live for every one of us to see. Okay, so as I'm entering it, you are entering yours. So I'm setting my stop loss, you are setting yours. So I'm setting my take profit, you are setting yours. Alright, so if you follow me with this, just this little amount on your account, fund this little amount on your account, you are not paying me anything. Okay, this is totally free of charge. It's a Christmas bonus. This is Christmas. We're celebrating the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. So we are doing this free for everyone. So follow me, follow my page on TikTok. That's where you're going to be seeing it live. Okay, so once you follow that, we are going to be doing this till the 25th of December, and believe me, we are going to make more than that. And then I have drafted working process. Now let me show you. The risk management is here. Okay, now look at this, look at the plan, look at how I have drafted it. I want to show you so that you know that what we have a concrete plan or a concrete strategy to achieve this goal. Now what is the goal of this campaign? Number one, look at the goal here, to hit a minimum of $1K in profit on or before the 25th of December. Okay, so that is the goal, to hit a minimum of $1,000 in profits on or before the 25th of December. That is the goal, and we are going to do that. Now how do we achieve it? This is the plan how to achieve it. You know, when you are trading, you have to have your trading plan. Now the plan is, first, the startup capital. What is your startup balance? The startup balance is going to be $50. Okay, so you can also start with $20 if that's what you have, but make sure you follow the same rule. But the fact is that if you are starting with $20, you are not going to be making the much profit. If you are making a profit of $10, you might be making like $5 or $7. Okay, so that is it. There is going to be difference in the profits you are going to be making, but you still make progress with it. All right, so I'm using an account of $50 as the basis for this. You can have higher accounts, you can have 100, you can have 200, you can have 500, you can have $1,000 account. So but I'm starting with $50 so that we can incorporate every other person. Those with small accounts can incorporate them. Okay, so we are starting with a balance of $50. Now, number of trades per day is going to be 3. Okay, 3 trades each day. 3 trades each day. Now risk reward, I forgot to write this. Risk reward, we are using 1:3. This 1:3 risk reward. That is it. 1:3 risk reward. Okay, so if you are risking 1, you are targeting 3. Okay, now maximum risk per trade is 10%. Maximum risk per trade is what? 10%. 10% maximum risk. Alright? So we are using 1:3 risk reward here. 1:3. That's it. And risk reward is 1:3. Then maximum risk per trade, I said, is $10. Then target per trade is 30%. Right? So you see, 30% is 1:3. That is 10 times 3. That's what is giving us 30%. Okay. So that is why we have 1:3 here. So daily target. Now daily target is 50%. You know, if we are taking 3 trades, daily target should be 90%. But what if you lose? What if you didn't make the last 30%? You have 60%. And if you didn't make the last 30%, that means you must have lost 10%. So that 60% minus this 10% will be 50%. Okay, so minimum of 50%. That's going to be our daily target. That is, if you lose 1 and win 3. I mean, you lose 1 and win 2. That's going to give you 50%. Okay, so don't worry, I'm going to give you the analogy and you will understand it better. Let's go to the next slide so that you understand it better how it works. So this is just the plan. Okay, we have our startup capital, we have our number of trades per day, we have our risk reward ratio, we have our risk management, which is the maximum risk per trade, which is 10%, we have our targets per day, which is 30%, and daily target, which is 50%. So this is what we are going to follow. This is the plan we are going to follow. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so here is the theorem or postulation. So when I talk about theorem or postulation, I believe you guys will understand what I mean by that. Theory or postulation. Okay, those of you that did sciences, you understand what I mean by theorem and postulation. Even in mathematics, you still have theorem. Okay, so this is just to make this claim, credible, to make it believable. That is it. So with this stuff I have here, with this analogy I have here, you'll be able to understand how this whole thing is going to work out. This analogy, you're going to understand how this plan is going to work out. Okay, so this is the theory backing up this move to show you that it will work out. Now, on the first day of trade, our initial capital is going to be, initial balance is going to be $50. Okay, and then our risk per trade is going to be 10%, which amounts to $5. So we are risking only $5 in that trade. Then number of trades is going to be 3. All right, which means even if you lose all the 3 trades, you are going to be risking only $15. Okay, that's really equal to $15 if you lose all, which is not going to be possible. So that's it. Now look at this. Say by the end of the day we win. By the end of the day we win the 3 trades at 30% target each, then we will have plus 90% in profit. You see that we win all the 3 trades, we're going to have 90% in profit. But if we lose 1 trade and win 2, we will have 50% in profit. If we lose 2 out of 3 trades per day, then we will have only 10% for that day. All right, so if we lose 2, since we are risking 10% per trade, if we lose 2, that will be 20%, which is $10. Then since we are targeting 30% per trade, if we lose 2, that will be 20%, and then we win 1, which is 30%. 30 minus 20, that's giving us 10, right? So we still have 10% in profit, which is $5. Now, for us to blow the account, we will have to lose 10 trades back to back from the beginning and from the first day of the game. Okay, so for us to blow the account, we have to lose 10 trades back to back. And let me ask you, do you think it's possible for me to lose 10 trades back to back? No, it's not. So we are not going to blow the account. Now, so let's do the analysis with the assumption of losing only 1 out of 3 trades per day. Okay, let's assume we lose only 1 out of 3 trades per day. Now this means that we will have a profit of 50% each day. Okay, if you are losing only 1%, only 1 trade per day, that means you are going to be making a profit of 50% per day. All right. Now, therefore, 50% of $50 is equal to 25%, $25. All right. If you are making 50% per day, that out of $50, that's $25 on the first day, right? So $50 plus $25 will give us $75. So we'll be closing the day with $75. That's if we win only 2 trades. Okay. Now, so for the first day, we will be closing with a balance of $75. $75. Good job, right? It's a nice job closing with $75. That shows we are making progress, isn't it? Yes, it is. Now, trading days. These are the trading days. I want to show you how it is going to go, how our trading days will go. Now look at this. On the 11th, initial balance is $50. Then when we close, which is the first day, right? $50. Then we'll be closing with $75, as I've already explained. Now the next day we start with that $75. We make 50% again, and it will turn to $112.5. Then the 13th, we'll be starting with the initial capital, which is 112. Then we'll be closing with 168. Then the next day we'll be closing with 253. Then on the 15th we'll be closing with 379. Okay, this is it, guys. So amazing. This is so amazing. Then the next, now look at this. Once we hit $500, we will reduce our risk by 50%. We'll reduce our risk by 50% once we hit what? $500. So reducing by 50%, that means we are going to be risking 25%. We are going to be having a result of 25% in profit, no more 50% in profit. Okay, and then we are going to be risking just less than the 10% we are risking. We'll now be risking 5% instead of 10%. Okay, so that's it, and it's as simple as that. It's a good risk management plan. As the account is increasing, we are dropping the risk. Now this is 16th of December, so we're starting with $379, and then we are closing with $569 with a risk of 50%, right? Okay, so we have hit 500 here, right? We've hit 500 here. So what we are going to do, since we have hit 500 here, we are going to drop our risk by 50%. So this is it. So we are now going to be risking 25%, which is 50% of this one. Alright, we're going to risk 25%. So here, when we risk 25% on this account, we are going to end up with this 711. When we risk 25% on 711, we're going to end up with 889. When we risk 25% on 889, we are going to be ending with 1,112. You see, so on the 19th, we will hit our goal. Then 20th, we will also do on 20th with 1,112. We will have 1,390. Okay, that's if you win only 2 and lose 1. Alright, so you see, it's as simple as that. Now we'll continue this until 25th. My goodness, you can't imagine how much we make by the end. Okay, now the reason I had to stop at here, the reason I had to stop at 20th here is that this is what we expect, what we are going to have based on this analogy. This is what we are going to have on the 20th, right? But you and I know that there are a lot of setbacks in trading. Trading is full of uncertainties, right? So even if you have some setbacks and we couldn't hit this amount on the 20th, couldn't hit this exact amount on the 20th, we'll continue before 25th. We would have hit this exact amount before 25th. So I'm just trying to be conservative, right? I'm not trying to be very, very conservative so that our plans will work out very well. I'm trying to be very, very conservative, and our risk is going to be top notch. Like our risk management is going to be meticulously followed to the end. So guys, this is very, very credible. It's very, very attainable. It's very, very believable. Okay, so it's practicable. It's very, very practicable. So if you're interested in this and you want to achieve this with us, believe me, this is a milestone and we are going to achieve it. So you want to achieve this with us, you want to follow us. Even if you fail, we are going to fail big, guys. We're going to fail big. If by 25th we have not hit this amount, we are going to use something close to it. Alright, so follow us in this plan. It's going to help us instill discipline in our trading and career. We are going to learn a lot because I'm going to teach risk management there. I'm going to teach my strategy there. I'm going to teach everything that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be teaching people. If I'm going to be asking me questions, it's going to be on live video. You see how the whole thing will play out. So it's not the one of giving you a recorded video that has been edited also. So you are going to see everything live, what happens at the back end, everything. Okay, so for you to be a part of this, you have to follow me on my TikTok. You have to be on my TikTok, okay? Because where I'm going to be doing this live is on TikTok. That's where I'm going to be doing the live. So follow me on TikTok and subscribe to this channel, also this YouTube channel. So it's going to be amazing. Follow me on TikTok. Okay, this is Only Forex Academy. Thank you guys, and remember, it can only get better.